I honestly have to be really careful because if somebody comes home right now, I'm gonna have to shut it down. Fuck. Okay. Hey guys, it's Nina. My head shaving video gained some popularity, so I thought I'd make another one as per the request of a couple people. Basically, in this video, I'm just going to talk about my alopecia story, and yeah, and hope that you guys like it. So, it's about the time that I was about 2.5, maybe, that my mom started to notice that I was losing my hair. So she took me to the dermatologist and, had the test done, and I was diagnosed with alopecia areata, which is a form of alopecia, which is basically an autoimmune disorder, which makes your immune system mistakenly attack your hair follicles, causing your hair to fall out. And it's really sporadic and random, and there's no cure, and it basically just does whatever it wants. And it's really, really common. I think some 1 in every 100 people has it. I ended up being one of those people. So, as a kid, it wasn't that hard in preschool and kindergarten and most of grade school. I just didn't give a single crap what anybody thought, because when you're a little kid, you don't really know if you're different than everybody else. And personally, for me, it wasn't that bad because I wasn't teased a lot. I mean, there were a couple people, a few people. I got the generic, baldy, that sort of stuff. People would rub my head for good luck. When I was about 6 or 7, I had a complete loss of all my hair and was completely bald until I was about, just a couple years after that. When I was like 11 or 12, I started regrowing. I had a patch of hair like on the very back of my head, and it just kind of like slowly spread to about like here. And of course I had like patches and stuff. In middle school I started to get more self-conscious. I would always be thinking like, is the person sitting behind me like looking at my head and just seeing my weird short patchy baby hair? I thought about it, whereas when I was a little kid I didn't really think about it that much. I was about to go into high school, and any kid is nervous about going into high school. I started to think more and more about wearing a wig. I decided to do that. They were pretty expensive wigs, so we held like a little fundraiser. A representative from the wig company came, and they took a mold of my head, and that ended up being the wig that a lot of people thought to be my hair in high school. And the reason I wore a wig through high school was that I didn't want people to look at me twice. Yeah, I just wanted people to give me the same chance that they would give any other totally normal looking passing stranger, And thinking back, I don't think I would have had any less friends than I did end up having, because in the end I was still me, So I went through high school, 3 years of it. And I don't really regret it, but it was kind of hard sometimes because I met a lot of people, I made a lot of friends, and I had to basically decide who I could trust enough and who I could tell. It was basically just really daunting having this dramatic reveal to my friends and keeping the secret from everybody else. Over this past summer, I decided that I was going to retire my wig, basically, and stop wearing it. I basically just kind of made that decision over the course of a couple weeks, but mostly because I got the wig in the first place and was wearing it because I was going into high school and, you know, meeting whole new groups of people, and now that I'm out of high school and I'm gonna hopefully get a job soon and go into the working world and meet new groups of people and have a chance to choose how I presented myself to people, and, you know, whether they be employers or new groups of friends or boyfriends or whatever, you know, I decided that I didn't want to hide anymore. I didn't want to lie to people anymore. It's not the way that I think relationships should be built. And plus, I just want to be myself and go out and be a confident person and, you know, not be afraid to let people see me the way I am. So yeah, that's what I decided that I would do, and I did it. I retired my wig. It's under my desk on my mannequin head where it usually is, but I haven't touched it since for about a month. So yeah, I was actually in New York when I made the big decision, and I told all my closest friends, told my mom, you know, my brother, people like that, and then I made a big announcement on Facebook like, hey everybody, guess what? So yeah, I did that, which was scary because telling everyone you know your biggest secret is gonna be scary no matter how confident you are. And I invited my friend Michelle over, and she shaved my head, totally bald. I didn't have much, but I have less now. And my brother filmed it, and I put it on YouTube. So yeah, and I bought myself a bunch of like bandanas and hats and stuff. Hold up. This is my collection. All these beautiful things. I started going out in mostly bandanas, and I don't think I attracted a lot of attention just that way, but over this past weekend I went out to, I mean, it was just to Albertsons, but I went out without any bandana or hat or covering or wig on my head, so I was just like totally, you know, there it is. And I definitely got a lot of funny looks, but I guess I can expect that. And I am used to it because I went some 14 years without wearing a wig, and then I spent the past 4 years wearing a wig, so I just have to get used to it again, I guess. People are going to think what people are going to think, and, you know, over the past month, I felt really good about myself, I guess, and everything. I'm not missing having what hair I did. I'm kind of actually enjoying being bald and shaving my head every other day, and, you know, no hassle. It's been really good. Really good. And that's where I am right now. So yeah, that's basically it. I'm gonna post this and then probably post more videos in the future about different alopecia stuff, because sometimes having alopecia is pretty darn funny. But yeah, I've made a lot of great friends on sites like Alopecia World. Everyone's really supportive and it's good. So yeah, that's that. And I will see you guys later. Bye.